Representative Nancy Mace has gotten a man arrested after she alleged that he had assaulted her. Capitol Police on Tuesday said that they arrested James McIntyre, 33-year-old man, Illinois, just after 6 p.m. on Tuesday, after a congressional staffer had reported an incident at the Rayburn House office building. Now, the man who ran a foster home for youth is now facing a charge of assaulting a government official. That seems pretty serious. Now, Mace posted on X that she was, quote, physically accosted at the Capitol tonight by a pro-trans man. Well, wouldn't be a trans man, cis man, but anyway, she said, one new brace for my wrist and some ice for my arm, and it'll heal just fine. The Capitol Police arrested the guy. Your trans violence and threats on my life will only make me double down. Fafo. What's a trans threat? That doesn't make any sense, man. What's trans violence? What? Trans people are way more often the recipient of violence. So, and by the way, this woman, she couldn't even spell out the word trans. I mean, as if it's some sort of dirty word. Like, what are you going to do when you have to spell the word transference? Okay? Or transistor or transmission. These people, insane. But hey, look, I should take this seriously, okay? Because wow, you got a woman who claimed to have been assaulted at the Capitol. Oh my God, by a man. Yes, it would be a terrible thing if it actually happened. And I don't believe that it did. And this is according to 3 eyewitnesses that were like, yeah, I didn't see that. I did not see any sort of assault, unless you call a handshake an assault. In fact, these eyewitnesses have accused Mace of manufacturing this so-called assault, saying that Mace and McIntyre shared nothing more than a standard handshake, which it wouldn't surprise me. LGBTQ rights advocate Elliot Hinkle told Imprint, quote, from what I saw, it was a normal handshake, an interaction that I would expect any legislator to expect from anyone as a constituent. So, standard handshake. Wow. Hinkle added that the arrest of McIntyre, who was also a former foster youth, sends the chilling effect of, you're not actually safe to go to the Capitol and share an opinion that is true for you, that isn't violent. Because right now, if you do, a congressperson might say that they were physically assaulted and call the police on you. How would a young person in care feel safe? It's a fair question. There's another witness, foster youth advocate Lisa Dixon, took to Facebook and said this, I want to express a deep disappointment in the fact that Congresswoman Nancy Mace came to a national foster youth event, told participating youth that it was a safe space, and literally had one of them arrested by Capitol Police for simply shaking her hand and asking about trans rights. Today was not the day or time for a self-serving publicity stunt, especially if not a politician lashing out at a vulnerable young person who just took her at her word that when helping foster youth, all suggestions are welcome. Apparently not that suggestion. Helping trans youth. So, like, this is gross. All right. If these people are telling the truth, which I tend to believe them more than I believe a grandstander like Nancy Mace, who has, look, she's never met a camera she didn't like. All right. She is always looking for attention. That's really what it's about. And this was happening way before. I remember reporting on Nancy Mace constantly wanted to get in front of the camera, and to try to get out there and to get clout. And so this to me seems like another one of those stunts. Here's the thing, though. LGBTQ plus youth are at risk. They really are. Not only do they experience higher rates of homelessness and abuse, but that leads to higher rates of self-harm, suicide. That's why there's a call to protect trans kids. Look, nobody's out there trying to manufacture or create more trans kids. That's not a thing. You can't create trans people. Okay, that's not a thing. Okay, trans people are trans people. There's no switch. Okay, there's no thing that you got me. You hit me with the trans ray gun. Shoot, I guess I'm a woman now. No, that's not what happens. That's not the reality. But some conservatives think that's exactly how it happens. They read a book and suddenly you're transgendered. No, that's not what happens. Okay, no. What this is about, the advocacy is about keeping trans kids alive. That's really what it is. And that's why gender affirming care is so important. And gender affirming care does not equal surgeries for minors. No, it means letting them grow their hair out. It means letting them wear the clothes that they're comfortable in. It means using different names and pronouns. That's it. That's it. So, and that, yes, turns out you allow kids to do that are trans, keeps them alive. I know, shocker. Here's the thing though, Nancy Mace should know that. You know why? Because she used to call herself pro-trans rights. But now she has completely backtracked from that position and has decided to go on the warpath against trans people for political gain. And it's absolutely disgusting. And we've seen this. Look, for her, when it was politically advantageous to be pro-trans, then, look at me. I have so much empathy. I will protect trans people. That's right. Because they have rights too. But now it's no longer politically popular or advantageous. In fact, it's outright politically unpopular. And so what happens is, now that it's unpopular, she becomes one of the most toxic bigots on Capitol Hill. All right? And that tells you a lot about who Nancy Mace is. And now, it's even worse, she's getting people arrested for shaking her hand. And she's doing it all for the cameras. And that's what's sick about it. It's for the clicks, for the clout. Disgusting. The truth is here, and it's an unfortunate truth. As I mentioned, being a transphobe is pretty popular. I'm sorry, it is. And sticking up for a community that is under tremendous assault right now is not popular. And so she's gonna do what's more popular for her. Look, Republicans spent $200 million on anti-trans ads during this election. Okay, this is their wedge issue. They have been looking for quite some time for a real wedge issue and a way to sell it. And they figured it out. And now they were able to ride it all the way into power. And now that they're going to get that power, well, they're going to begin the robbery from all of us. And understand that's the main goal here, right? Is to do a massive upward transfer of wealth. I know, there's that word again. Trans. Oh no! Nancy Mace is triggered. I'm doing violence against her. Oh no! Just saying that word near her. She probably thinks it is violence, but anyway, it's all about the money. It's all about the clout. For Nancy Mace, but for Republicans overall, they just want to rob us. Okay, and once they get into power, it's exactly what they're going to do. And if trans people and their allies have to suffer for it, well, that to them is just a bonus for these very greedy, hateful people. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you become a member on our YouTube page, you become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.